Hey guys, starting up there today, y'all, but hopefully this will help you out a little bit. We're going to do this over rendering and adding lights and stuff to your houses, so hopefully it works well. But before we go, please keep this in mind, okay?
Too advanced for me. Keep moving forward. And what if I can't fix this? What are we gonna do? Keep moving forward. Why do you keep saying that? And don't just say keep moving forward. It's my dad's motto. Why would his motto be?
All right, my motto too, keep moving forward. All right, so keep trying to play around with this thing until you figure it out. You're not going to break it. Well, maybe. Okay, so you're going to have your floor plan here. You did great, great, fine. Some of you recognize this is the old beach house from back in the day. Done this one a few dozen times. So first thing you need is a camera view. Actually, the first thing you need is stuff in your house. Make sure you have stuff. I put a couple lamps in here. Lamps are good. You could also put artificial light in here as well, and I'll kind of show you that here in a few minutes. So we're going to put our camera in to show our view first. All right, ain't it pretty? You can expand out your view if you wish. So do this, please. You also can go down here to this little box and change it to realistic, and that will give you more of a view of what's going on in your room. You can draw it out, and whatever the size is will make your screen bigger. So do that first. All right, go. All right, so you got that done now. A few of you are wondering about lighting and that kind of stuff. Well, here's the little skivvy on that. I have some lights here. You could go to Edit Type, and typically at the very bottom there's a light intensity factor, and I can raise this up however much I want to. All right, this is intensity factor. This is purity of light. I typically set it to 5,000. That's pure light. And you see here, when you go through this, you'll see that there's some different sort of lighting settings that you can do. It does make a little bit of a difference, but it's not the end all be all. So if you want to play around with this, go ahead. I do custom 5,000, which is pure white light. But you can do whatever you want to. Anyway, and you put a filter on there too. This is a lava lamp, so it's a filter, so I can do some stuff with that. Anyway, enough of that. If you want to add in a floating light, let's say, because I'm not a huge fan of the ceiling lights. They don't work too well. Here's how you do that. Get a quick ceiling plan. This will give you a look inside of here. Here's what I would do. Click on components. So do that. Trying to go too fast here, but I'm on a limited time frame. Load family, and like anything else, there is a lighting one. Architectural, internal, external. I'm going internal. There's all these different lights. The one you want is called a spotlight. This is a floating light bulb. You will not see it at first unless you raise this offset. I'm just going to put it in there. I'm not sure where this thing is going to end up at. So now I'm going to go back up to my camera view, which is that is the last one, and I can't tell you where this thing came from. That's what I clicked. Let's try that again. Okay, let's try that again. Component, load family, lights, architecture, internal. I'll go spotlight. Should be a floating light. And oh, it's still saying that one. Maybe it's studio light. It's one of these. Maybe you already figured it out. Studio light? Ah, studio light. My bad. There it is. I'm going to dock a couple of these in here. There, those I can see. Much better. So I'll just put a few of those in here randomly. Don't need a whole lot. You don't need to be living in the sun. Listen to me. So, and there they are. If you want them down, which I would advise that, just do a negative offset of a foot. That way you don't have the light directly in your ceiling. So do that first. Okay. So now you have lights in. Okay. Next thing is your render itself. So you're going to click on View. First thing you do is render on the computer. Do a draft so it doesn't take very long. This is where most people mess up at, is your scheme. Make sure this says interior, either sun and artificial or just artificial. The artificial is everything that's not outside. So all these lights in here is artificial. Maybe I'll have time to show you all three of them. So sun, click render, and now we wait. And you'll start to see the screen turn into this. And voila, it's done. The master of pausing has worked again. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad actually. I got lucky. But let's say you don't like it. You want to adjust your exposure. Right here, if you want to make it brighter, adjust this. Let's say I want to go 10. Just some tweaking here and there will help kind of make things a bit better for you. Sorry, 7's brighter. Gotta do the scale. I hate that. That looks ugly. Remember this, if you do plan on printing these, they will print a little darker. I would like to advise you also not to render on best for this because it's going to take an hour or so. The outside you can do, the inside I would not advise, it would take longer. So you go ahead and play around with this for a few minutes to find your settings that you feel the best with. But this is how you really want to do a lot of it. Don't add a ton of lights, you don't need it. This will solve most of your problems. But the key is to make sure that this thing says interior sun and artificial. Let's see what just artificial does. When I'm ready to redo it, I go back to here, click render, we try it again. And while we wait, haha, that's fun. Okay, and there it is. Not much of a difference on this one, but if I did just do sun, this would be completely pitch black. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, that you are completely happy with what you've done. You are good to go. I would advise you also, you may want to name these. It'll make your life easy. So, bedroom 1. Alright? This will make your life a little bit easier when it comes to trying to load these. Alright. The outside, you're free to do on the computer, do at best. It'll still take half an hour, but it's worth it. The other type of rendering will be in the cloud. This is going to be the fun part. So, render in the cloud. Before you do this, you need to log in. I've already logged in this, so my screen's not popping up. Let me see if I can log out so you can go back to where I'm at. Up here, if you see at the top, you see where it says RR Voith. That's my name, obviously. But I'm going to re-sign in so you can see what it is. So I'm going to go render in the cloud. I hope this works. We'll see. RR Voith, LACC 2012. That is all my logins for my Autodesk account. You're free to render on it or whatever it is that you need to do. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to click on your 3D output. You're going to click bedroom. I don't want that one. You need to, one more thing before I do this, please save your house as your last name, first project, beach house, whatever it is you're doing, because otherwise we don't know whose is whose. Please, thank you. Image size, extra large. Render quality, final is the best. You will get the sharpest image for final. Exposure, advanced is fine. I would go JPEG, which is a little bit of a higher quality. I don't know what that means. Okay, you click start rendering. This will pop up. Sometimes you get these errors because you downloaded stuff from Revit City that didn't transfer. Fine, skip it. Okay, once you get that done, hopefully all else is going just fine. This thing pops up, you can click the view rendering process. This will take you directly to the web page that it's on. You may have to log in the web page again. As you can see, here's my house. I did this one earlier today. This will take a little bit of time, but it's much faster than doing it on the computer. If you would like to, you're free to look through the other ones of these that people have done in the past. have fun. There's some commercial buildings, residential. We're not doing this one this year. Decided not to. You can see, here's Alex Olson's. Good job, Alex. This is our beach house from last year. Looked really nice. And as you see here, there's my render. It's almost done. Whenever you're finished with this, you can see it. Although you can't adjust these as much on this program as you could when you're in the program itself. So you're kind of stuck with what it is. That's why you get your settings straight. So I hope this helps you out. If you need to find this website, it's rendering360.autodesk.com, or just Google Autodesk Rendering 360, and that should take you there. All right. I hope this helps you. Sorry not there. Do me a favor though. If you could comment on this, that way I know that you guys have at least watched it. I would appreciate it. Either on Edmodo or on YouTube. I don't really care. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully this was helpful. And my kid's hungry, so I better go feed him. Otherwise he's going to eat the table. All right. Later, guys. Bye.